Truth Seekers, what's going on? It is Tuesday night, March 11th. Yes, we are live here tonight, and I want to welcome you for being here. You could have been any other place tonight, but you chose to be right here, right now. And with that being said, we're going to serve you. I'm Roderick Martin. Welcome to Truth versus Authority. And first of all, I want to bid you good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the 24 time zones that this show airs. We got a good one for you tonight. It's all about, are you awake? And oftentimes we think we're awake, but I think there's another thing out there that we need to know, and that is, what if I told you things like Facebook isn't just a media platform? It's about a mind control weapon. We're going to talk about that tonight along with a couple of others. In the meantime, let me just kind of spoon down the music a little bit here and tell you, hey, once again, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so we're doing what we're doing, and we're pretty much going through, have a great show tonight. And so I think each and every one of you should be really, I don't know what to say. Maybe, I don't know. First of all, did you have a good weekend? That's going to be the first thing tonight. We're going to talk about having a great weekend. Also, we're going to do a little interaction tonight when we talk about some of this social media, television, radio, things that they're doing subliminally, and as they are programming us every day. I'm just telling you, it's just happening every day with what I call the obedience code. Tonight, I'm going to probably try something I have never done here in quite some time on Forbidden Knowledge Network. I'm going to put a link in the description for some of you to hop on live with me tonight. There's only a couple of rules. First, you're going to wish me happy birthday. Yesterday was my 55th birthday, so that's going to be the first rule. The second one, you got to have your camera on because we want people to know who we see and who we're talking to. And the third rule is to stay on topic of discussion. If you want to join in tonight, let me know. And again, I'll be putting up the stuff up in a little bit, and we will get down with this. First of all, the godmother of our channel, which is Truth versus Authority on my YouTube channel, Diana's in here tonight. So y'all make sure y'all give her a shout out. And thank you for the rest of you that are wishing happy birthday as well. Yeah, 55. Yeah, so that's where we are today, as of yesterday, and I had a great weekend. But like I said, we're going to talk about some stuff tonight. And then also, definitely, if I told you all that we were trying to get to that 25,000 subscriber mark on my particular channel, I will definitely love for some of you to subscribe. There is a link in the description. You click it, it'll take you right to subscribe. One button click. And I think if everyone who I bring value to would subscribe to this channel, watching this video tonight or the next several weeks, we can get to 25,000 subs on my personal channel, which is Roderick Martin, Truth versus Authority. If you have not subscribed here on Forbidden Knowledge Network, which there's some hot content here, make sure you do that. And then also make sure you get to the Forbidden Knowledge TV network. There's a lot of good shows and stuff there. And so stay tuned there. A couple of more quick announcements before we just hop into the show tonight. Once again, as you know, the Forbidden Knowledge Consciousness Award is coming up, and I have been nominated in the authors category. So if you decide, and I know you will, vote for me, and then there's other people you'll vote for, definitely there's a link in the description that says vote for Roderick. It'll take you to that page, and you can kind of vote for me from there. And then most importantly, the book is finally on pre-sale on Forbidden Knowledge with the foreword written by Billy Carson and a couple other people. And it's The Unspeakable Truth, and it's How Fake History, Christianity, and Self-Oppression Robs the African Americans of their voice in the UFO revolution. Man, this is going to hit really hard. Make sure you guys get you a pre-sale copy of that so that we can be a bestseller. All right, so like I said, let's get into tonight's conversation. And again, somewhere along the way, if you're with it, okay, Chandra says she voted. Thank you very much. All right, so somewhere along the way, if you want to come up on screen tonight, I normally don't do this on Forbidden Knowledge because there's a lot of traffic here, but we're going to do it tonight. If you want to come up on stage, you'll be able to hop in. And again, those 3 rules. Happy birthday, Roderick. Number 2, make sure your camera's on because we want people to know who we're talking to. And number 3, we want to stay on the topic of what we're talking about tonight. If that's fair enough for you, it's fair enough for me. All right. So one of the things that we want to get into, like I said, if I told you about some of these social media platforms and different things, and it's, I know somebody was going to say, well, Roderick, we kind of figured it out, or you know that. But let's go into it a little deeper tonight. And I think most people think they're just using Facebook, and we'll start with them just to be connected. But I think, you know, with all of our interactions and stuff that we're doing, every post, every like is a carefully engineered system to manipulate the way you think. And I'm going to prove some of that tonight within our conversation, or give you some thought-provoking thoughts and things to think about. So maybe you go, I didn't think about it that way. But this thing is designed to manipulate the way you think, the way you feel, even what you believe. And there's a reason for that. And we'll talk about that because I always tell you your eyes are useless when your mind is blind. You have to think why when it comes down to why are they doing these things this way. And it's very important that we do this. And the other part is not, well, let's go back to it. You're not just scrolling through memes and updates. That's what they want us to believe when we're doing that. You're walking through a digital prison, all right, when we're talking about that. And the worst part, the walls are built by you because in me in our data, and they are carefully constructing this obedience code wall as we go through this. And I think people need to know what's one of those things. So when we assume that we have free will, we assume that the social media is a feed. You know, the feed that's our reflection of what we're doing, but we're engaging with a lot of stuff. We can start with that algorithm, how it is shaping our reality. And again, it actually controls what you see. And you can test it tonight. You can go through the algorithm, and you can say things on your phone like, oh, you want to talk about a cruise. Everybody on here, we can start saying cruise right now. Within the next hour or so, you're going to see advertisements on cruises. But if you click a couple of those, you're going to spend the next several hours today getting that type of ads. And so now when I click on stuff and, you know, I try to set it in motion of what I want to see. So if it's something in particular I want to see, I'll start liking that or commenting on it or save it into this little category thing. And then it'll start feeding me more. And this thing is just constantly trying to figure us out all the time. But why do you think when you look at Facebook, all of the news feeds, it looks different? Why does Facebook's, you know, think about it, how they hide some posts and how they don't do it with others? Think about some of the stuff you probably have posted that have been controversial or esoteric knowledge based or something that will enlighten people, that it gets shadow banned, or some people are losing their accounts, period, because they are making sure they shape the realities that other people see. And they're doing this right here in plain sight. And again, we'll go over some of that as we go through. But this isn't a random design, okay? Just know that it's not, because once again, they control the information. And when you can control people's information, you can control perception. And when you control perception, you're also going to be controlling reality. And when you control reality, you're going to be controlling emotions. And it all runs together concurrent. And this is what they're doing. And I think if everybody was honest with themselves, you will probably go back and say, you know, hey, wait a minute. You know, are they doing this to me? Or are we zombies? And that's kind of what I put in the thumbnail, and not to offend anyone. It's just the fact that they're programmed to do certain things from there. And I think it's something there. Are you going to watch Disclosure by Steven Spielberg, 26? Happy birthday to you. Thank you. Yeah, well, if it comes out, I'm on it, brother. We're all going to watch it. Yes. All right. So Diane says she just voted for me. We're going to be doing that. And once again, we're going to do that. Someone said, I seen you on Ancient Aliens. I believe it was. Yes, absolutely. I've been in 11 different TV shows. I've been, of course, on Forbidden Knowledge, Black Knight Satellite. I've been on Fox 2B, definitely Bigfoot, I believe, 1 and 2, and Discovery Channel. There's hosting a show. I'm on HBO Max right now as we speak. Of course, Ancient Aliens, History Channel. So my pedigree, especially when you get that book, when you all order and pre-order the book, you're going to get some great knowledge out of that. That is for sure. So make sure you go ahead and do that. And again, too, we are looking to get our 25,000 subscribers. So there's a quick link in the description that you can go ahead and do that. But like I say, they can control your perception. They can control our emotion. They can control everything they do. And I know it's a sad word or a powerful word when I use the word control, and it does make a lot of people feel different, right? Maybe it can anger some folks, but don't take it to heart. Take it mentally for an understanding of an objective or something that they're trying to do, and then focus on what they're doing. And then once you see it, you can't unsee it. I'm telling you now, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So that'll be things that you definitely do. So the hidden truth behind Facebook algorithm is that it's not a neutral platform that people think it is. It's a behavior modification system that's built on psychological warfare models. And let me say that again, this system is built on psychological warfare. And these people have studied it. They put it together. They understand. They have all these data points. But why are they doing this is what we're going to get into here into the show. And I think that's most important, that people needs to go down that rabbit hole once we do that. It uses AI. People know that. We all are using it, most of us today. But it uses AI to predict and to control our actions. That is something very powerful that we need to look at, because when you got AI controlling the actions of everything, they don't have to sit there and monitor the system. The system monitors itself. And when they do that, it rewards everything. It rewards every like or every conformity, or this thing is built to continue to snowball what happens, but it operates under the same principles as a slot machine, designed to keep us addicted. My birthday, my daughter came by the other day, Sunday, and she took my phone. And she says, "You're not going to use your phone. Why are we together with your birthday, Dad? Blah, blah, blah." And I don't know if it took probably about an hour to kind of chill. But for a moment, I just kept thinking, okay, I need to check a message or two. Or I need to check my emails and be distracted from a beautiful moment, with my daughter. And so why was that? Well, maybe it's the program. It took a minute for me to focus away from it. But I'm not the only one. I think a lot of us know that this is happening out there. So when you think about it, Facebook don't just show us the truth. They don't never show us what's really true. Think about that really, and think about that real deep as I go down here. It shows you what keeps you engaged. So let me say that again. Facebook don't show us the truth. It shows us what keeps us engaged. How does it do that? It knows. And the longer you stay on it, the longer it begins to continue down that rabbit hole. So I got a few questions for y'all. And like I said, I will put a link in the description because this whole first segment is about Facebook. I will put a link in the description here toward the end of this segment. Some of you are welcome to come up. And like I say, the 3 things, we'll go back over that again. But if you ever notice how certain viewpoints are fact-checked and suppressed while others are pushed aggressively, and who is deciding that? Who is really deciding what we see when it comes down to that? This isn't about ads and revenue, because you think, they're trying to make money. It's about social engineering, okay? Because It's a tool that's once designed to connect people has become a global thought experiment. We know there's a lot of nefarious organizations behind that company. People know this, but yet we give them the power as we begin to use those things now. And so the question for you, have you ever thought about that? Donald says replacing humans with a pre-fed system created to destroy our minds, which is connected to our bodies. It is, whenever I do a show like this, when I start talking about, what they're doing to us, it's usually the shows that most people don't tune into. And because they're programmed to believe that when I want to talk about some of this stuff, or if you want to go at people thinking what's happening, people tune out. And it is the monarch programming, it's the stuff that they have. So it's something that I think that we need to dig into. Stuff you need, say happy birthday, thank you very much, and the others who I probably missed in the scroll once we do that. Another part of this is this isn't just, again, why do the government, let's talk about that for a quick second, and intelligence agencies work directly with Facebook. Y'all know that, right? Go look up the history of Facebook and see all of these agencies that work, the CIA, all of them are on the boards and work with Facebook. Why is this company shaping elections? We already know that they was doing that, right? Or mental health, even the perception of reality itself, metaverse. This is not technology and them trying to make money. It is a huge real world reason to why they are formulating these plans and doing what they do. And I think it's up to us to begin the process to look deeper into that with an open mind versus the entertainment mind that they have constructed for that. Every time you post something outside the mainstream, what happens? It's going to be shadow banned, like I said, or it's going to be tagged misinformation or suspended accounts. How many of you on here tonight have had a suspended account based on something that you have posted regarding Facebook, right? Or on Facebook? Or why are people questioning the narratives or always the ones who get censored? And so there's a lot of you out there that this is happening to, and this is things that go down. And again, these people are pretty much, and again, pay close attention to it. They say Facebook is neutral. They try to put that out there in their media, but the facts otherwise. We already know. We saw when the new inauguration came, all of the social media people that was behind and sit in front of the actual cabinet. It's a plan. It is a serious plan that they have entered. They're already activated, and they're doing it right in plain sight. And again, if you think it's coincidence that these certain movements, are just random acts, no, everything is planned to the T. And so we can kind of go that. So what I'm going to do, like I said, in 3 sections of this, and I'll bring people up and out or whoever. We got enough room for maybe 5 or 6 people on stage, but like I said, we keep it, and I'll take you on and off so people not just sitting there. But again, no promotions, so don't be promoting anything that's called commercials, and we do get paid for commercials. But if you're interested, give me a thumbs up if you want to come on, and we're just talking about Facebook first. Then we're going to come back later and talk about the radio, like we're listening, driving down the street. Then we're going to talk about nightly news, how they're programming us right before we go to sleep. And I'm saying they're doing this all day. But if you want to put a little information on this Facebook and programming and all of that, and you want to do that, and I will put a link in the description. But if no one says they want to, I won't do it. But if some few of you say you would come up, I'll put a link right now for you to come up. So I'll wait for a second or two for that. And if not, I'll move on to our next part. Can I promote? No, we can't do any promotions unless I have already know about the promotions, because other than that, we have to protect that. I apologize. But if you email me about good vibes or whatever, is that what it is? Then you could tell me a little bit about it. And then next week's show, then if you come up, I may let you say something then, but yeah, I can't do anything that, if you begin into it, I'll just have to clip it right out and cut it out anyway in the morning. But that's, the rules here on the podcast network. So just want you to know. All right. So, all right. So I'm gonna get ready to move on. No one said they would come up. So, I'm gonna do that. I didn't get a check or nothing. Let me just try real quick here, and I will put that in here on the show there. Boom. Okay. Boom. Not just spreading good vibes in the chat, but totally free. Good vibes. All right. So, there is a link right there. Again, if you're going to come up and we want to talk about Facebook, if not, then I'm going to move on to the other part. It's like nobody cares what's going on around them. Hey, I mean, it goes that way. I don't think people understand why mental health has skyrocketed, since the rise of social media. Mental health is way off the chart now. Why are teenagers experiencing depressions at record levels? They talk about the color of the screens. They talk about all of this stuff is shaping. And the question is, I've said it earlier, some of us, and I've done it before, have been just addicted to our phones. It's like our arm. It's like an extension to ourselves. And it's just one of those things. And I just think it's kind of crazy from there. But it is what it is. So anyway, all right. So again, there's a link in the description right there. All right. So I'm going to move on. We're going to move on. But my end of this part for the Facebook is the fact that I think it's a digital prison. And I'm not saying that I'm not locked in it, just like everybody else, but it's a digital prison. And what would we do if we just didn't engage with this thing for quite some time? I think it's one of those deals. I wish I could, but Google exists only to data. Yeah, data is the new goal. That is definitely one of the things. Data is the new goal when it comes down to that. All right, so real quickly, before we move on to the next segment, once again, if you have not had an opportunity, take the time right now. Look, there's a link in your description of the video if you're on your phones or whatever. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're there 3 days out of the week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So definitely subscribe to the channel. And then this is our schedule here Monday on my channel. I'm back here on Tuesday live, then Wednesday, and then Thursday we have an uncensored. Thursday is the place where we are uncensored and we talk about some stuff that everybody's not going to hear on the mainstream. That is only accessible to our Patreon members on our all access plan. So if you want to be part of those Thursday lives, getting some esoteric knowledge, learning some stuff, hearing from other things, you definitely could go there as well. All right. So I am totally shocked. This is forbidden knowledge. Of course, we don't have a few hundred people in here tonight. And again, whenever I do a topic talking about mind or anything else, it's always going to be our lowest shows because people they can't grasp it. It's so simple that it's hard for people to grasp it at times. But I'm shocked that none of you had came up on this screen tonight. Now, if I was on my channel, the community, which is y'all part of the community too, this thing will be loaded. So it is a different audience here. That's cool. Maybe I scare you when I tell you to turn on your cameras because there's a lot of conspiracy thoughts and all that. But it's all good though. I love y'all. Y'all know I love you all across the board. So we will continue to do that. All right. So let's get into how many of you listen to the radio, like the car radio, when you driving around, just rolling throughout the day, maybe commuting to work, maybe just when you're just chilling. How many of you listen to the radio? when it comes down there, and that is something to think about. You think the radio is, most of the time we think the radio is just going to be what we call background noise or something. And what if we have a discussion that maybe it is programming all alone? Maybe it's that. Maybe they are. Sandra said no radio. BB says no TV. And yeah, someone said just the podcast. Yeah, some of those radio stations, you have to look into it because I don't think people know this. The radio stuff is not just for entertainment. It is not just for entertainment. Do not fall for that one. And especially when you think about your daily commute, and it's actually an uninterrupted psychological conditioning system. No joke. That radio is an uninterrupted psychological conditioning system. And I'm not saying this in a bad way, but some of us have children that a certain song can come on the radio and they are young. They could be 2 years old and they know the song. It's not by happenstance that they learned it more than, school stuff already. And they're not even in school, but they learning songs in the program on the radio because it's also playing at a certain time a day continuously. So if they're tuned into it, they're being programmed. And if they can learn a song from the radio, imagine how we can construct knowledge in everything else. And so those are the things that are very, very something that people to need to know. So radio isn't really not about what you hear. It's what gets imprinted into your subconscious mind while you're on autopilot. Because see, you're definitely focusing, and you're highly focused in most cases because you're focusing on driving. But that subconscious programming is hitting it all hard right behind the scenes in your mind and everything else. So let me kind of look here. Background programming. Fortin said he's a hip hopper. Okay. I love to walk, talking with God. Okay. That's cool. Keeping saying what you're saying is needed. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate it. Radio is a bad way. Yeah. And she said, my commute in the vehicle is for knowledge. Yeah. And really, that is a good time to really be studying stuff. But it's the question is this illusion innocent when we think about what's happening on radio? Because we assume that it's harmless, just a mix of music, maybe a few commercials, a couple of jingles, a little local jokes, right? But there's a lot of things that's happening behind the scenes because they can put hidden tunes, signals, vibrational levels that your mind can hear, but the outer mind is not focusing on, and you're listening to it right when we drive. It's no different than in the well, it's different, but you get what I'm saying. It is there to be programmed. And so it's something that I think a lot of people don't know. And again, because if you listen to it carefully, you'll notice some patterns. And once I tell you about the patterns tonight a little bit, and they're simple, and then just start checking it out, you will notice the patterns, how they shape our thoughts and our emotions. And they're doing it right off the bat. They're really doing it. For example, I'll give you a few things as we go down this rabbit hole. Why do the radio station repeat the same songs every hour? Have you ever thought about that? Oh, yeah, maybe it's hot. It's programming. Why do the morning and evening shows focus on specific emotional triggers? Fear, excitement, nostalgia. This stuff is already pre-planned. When I started studying to do my own radio, we was giving directives of how to make sure the commercials or different things that the sponsors wanted, how they wanted their messages done. And I'm sure you all heard this one, whenever they're promoting, hey, you know what, I'm just using for example, go over there and get you some loving from, K and blah, 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 and this is just a joke. Get you some loving, blah, blah, blah. And then right before it cuts off, but Kay will get you, she'll blah blah blah, steal your money, blah blah blah. It's really fast. That other part, because they don't think you hear it, but they know it's legal enough to say it because you can hear it, and they just kind of do those things. Billie Jean says we have 130 likes. So make sure y'all get those likes up and share for whatever from there. All right. So once again, listen, I am totally shocked that I have offered some of you to come on stage and say something live. Not one of you have taken. I know I got some people in my community that's in here that'll do it. I'm talking some of you new folks. Okay. Maybe because I said you're going to wish me a happy birthday, which was yesterday. Maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe because you don't want to show your face, and I get it. All right. And maybe we don't want to stay on topic. But that is funny. It's really funny that happens, but that's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Let me continue. I love y'all anyway. I love you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So once again, and why does the breaking news updates follow the same problem? Think about it. When you hear breaking news, it's a problem, fear, and a pre-packaged solution. Start paying attention to the whole systematic approach. When they do a breaking news, it's the same thing. They're going to tell you the problem. They're going to come back with, this kind of a fear, what's going on. And then they're going to have this pre-packaged solution. These things are constructed scripts to emotionally. And now I hint tell you that all this negative energy is going straight on up to who? The reptilians and all this place. Okay, now I can make a shocker if we want to, but we're going to bring it down a notch. We're just going to keep it down where we are. But to know that this isn't random, this is all calculated, because they feel if they can influence the mood, they can dictate your stress levels, they can condition you to accept certain messages without resistance. It is a serious plan. And people, it is going on every single day once this goes from there. And we can keep going from there. All right. So let me keep going. Thank you, Dina. She says, yep, 100%. Billie Jean says 60% confirmation. Fear is a form of control. Absolutely. Brandy said, I try to be cautious of what I allow myself to take in. Yeah. The right emotions there. Fortnite says they play the worst of the worst is bad, promote the worst behavior. Just look at what's popular. Absolutely. They do it. Seriously, was your birthday yesterday, March 10th? Happy birthday to you. My birthday also yesterday. Well, 2 hours into it. Absolutely. The birthday was there. All right. So we got a couple of people in the studio. I'm going to bring them in. OG Tim is in the house, and Serrano McDonald's. Not old McDonald's, Serrano McDonald. All right. All right. So we're going to bring them up and do that. All right. So what's going on? Appreciate y'all coming up. What are y'all?
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna start with you, OG. You in the car? You listening to the radio? No, you listen to us. But when you're listening, so can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
All right. So welcome up to the show. You might want to turn down the background music, and then that way you can hear us. Serrano, what's going on with you? What would you like to kind of add to what's happening today?
Well, I just popped in, so I'm just listening, and I don't know what's all about. It just came in.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. So we got another segment left. I'll put you back into the audience, but then when you kind of just follow along where we are, and then if you want to add to the conversation, click the link, hop on back in. Fair enough?
Yes, man.
All right. Okay. So let's.
What's the combo? What are we talking about?
Well, you know what? So that's good. Y'all clicking. So I've been talking for 36 minutes, Tim. You know what I'm saying? So y'all ain't heard.
I've been listening for 3508.
You know what I'm saying? I've been, I talked about Facebook, and let me get Serrano back in here. So if I
there's definitely programming to that.
Now I'll bring him back since I'm gonna update both of y'all now. So I first talked about Facebook. and the programming in that and how they do what they do, and that algorithm keep feeding us what they think we like and click, and now it's an addiction mode.
Psychology and marketing.
Psychology but I think it goes a little deeper. I think it goes into a little more the obedience code is what I call it, and pretty much from there. So Serrano, what do you think about all this program? All right, we got a couple more people. Mr. Ray-Ban is in the house, but he does not have his camera on
I
yet.
mean, we were made to be slaves, by aliens, so it's just in our DNA.
Well, they say that. But the problem with that, is us being made to be slaves. Do we have to be though? You get what I'm saying? How do we?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna say this, and I know I'll lose a couple of people. What we talk about on our Thursday night in my Patreon of our uncensored area, we take some of this mind control program and I show some, especially some of the people got businesses, and say, hey, you know what? It's already out there. If you're going to use it, use it. You get what I'm saying? And those are things that people should do. And I think everybody should know. You should know how to use symbols. You should know how to use the magic of the of our ancestors and stuff that all these corporations are using. They're making billions of dollars. And it's no more than you creating a higher attraction for your products and services. And we talk about that, but I think people still shy away from those things pretty much.
Got to really encourage people to have an open mind, man. It's that it's almost like that stone cold biblical way of thinking. You got this one viewpoint that you've only seen. There's many different ones out there,
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Like I said, we have Mr. Ray-Ban 007. You're in the thing, but one of the things is we need to have that camera on before I bring you on stage. We like to know who we're talking to, just in case you spit some knowledge, and you could be working for the other side. Not that you are, but hey, we need to know. We need to know. Facial recognition is in full effect around here these days. Gospel, what's going on with you, my brother?
Oh, what's up? I had a comment about the radio thing, but I agree with you too about the slavery. I mean, we gotta educate ourselves so we're not falling victim. But the radio thing, something we'll never really see go away. Some of those food advertisements, they're like more on the radio sometimes than on TV. If you notice that,
bros,
like
100%
and stuff like that. You always like it's
yeah.
a staple. But I didn't want to hold too much on there. I just had to throw that.
Well, I mean, the radio is one of those things that, like you said, they already know if you're listening in your car, the best way to instill something in you is while you under a focused thought. So they know that you're fixated upon driving.
Your subconscious mind has the ability to absorb.
Yeah. And it happens all the time because you can drive somewhere and end up going somewhere else because you've just been programmed. Like, why did I go here? And you're just driving subconsciously, right? Because you've done it before. So it is a perfect place to put hidden signals, messaging, and all of this stuff. I mean,
it could, the food thing, everything, man. America is like an experimenting ground. It seems like, and old G's in America, the old white guys from back in the day, they were talking about since the 70s, like depopulation of parts of the world is a critical thing,
We can't say that on here.
Oh,
oh my God! Yeah. I should have gave y'all some. Yeah, they will ban this thing quickly. So make sure.
Oh, my bad. We get it too deep.
Yeah, you can't use those words. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. But continue, but just don't use those words and stuff. So. You can finish, but just don't use. Oh, okay. Anyway, all right. So go ahead, Gospel. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was driving today and like the radio and seeing all the signs and stuff, I could really see that correlation of why they always keep a lot of food advertisement on there. But I ain't gonna hold it up. I'll let some more people come in. I just wanted to drop it.
Well, I mean, it's not like anybody else come in. You were in the truth versus authority stuff. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, but yeah. All right. Well, that's right. I just come on back with the next chapter. We're going to be going into the nightly news and how they really be doing it before you go to sleep. So we'll get into that. So hop on back in.
Okay. All right, bet.
All right. Okay. All right. So let me put that there. Go from there. There. Oh, okay. All right. So Tim, you back there? No?
Oh yeah, there we go.
All right. All right. So yeah. So like I say, man, just any of that, we can't really get deep. If you do, you are gonna say something, make up some new words for it or something.
Yeah. I should have been more creative in that thought pattern. My bad.
Yeah, just make up. Yeah. I'm on probation for that very word on my channel. So.
Oh man, it's crazy how they try to silence people, you know?
Heck yeah.
And but that just reinforces that all words have a different weight and a different measure, you know?
Absolutely. We have two other people in the studio. I'm trying to get y'all to turn on y'all cameras. Extended Knowledge is in the house and Ray-Ban is in the house. But again, it is very important for trust reasons to have you all visible if you want to be visible. Okay. So, all right. So Chandra is visible. How are you doing today?
Hey.
At least she was visible.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there she is. Okay, there she go. All right.
I just got on to say happy birthday because I sent a message, but I wasn't sure if you got it. So I just wanted to get on here and prove to you that I did say happy birthday.
Wait, when you sent it to the email or something?
Yeah, on one of the chats or something. I don't know.
Like, okay, so if
I like your shirt.
If you said happy birthday in this chat, it's hundreds of people. That thing moves pretty fast, so I wouldn't be able to see it. But I appreciate you saying it. And looks like she disappeared or something happened there. Something went somewhere. Okay. Well, oh, there you go. All right.
Oh, there we are.
Well,
there we go.
Okay. I didn't know if you're doing that on purpose because every time we see you clicking, it's going. Nope. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's them. They don't want me to talk to y'all.
Well, you know what? It's the them. It could be big, but y'all just don't call any names. Just call them them.
Hey.
Call them they live them.
They, hey.
Big secret keepers is what we call them.
Yeah.
Them behind the scenes.
The puppet masters.
Just wanted to get on to say that 55 is a big deal.
How old are you?
50.
Well, then your
damn, no way.
Your big deal is coming, and I appreciate it. But again, I appreciate it. Now, are any of y'all coming to the Conscious Award this year? Because we're going to be doing it.
I pray to be there.
I'm trying to get out there too. Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So as we get closer and closer, we're going to put together a meet and greet for our community, our truth seekers and stuff. So we'll be doing. Hang on, let me put this up here.
That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Dang.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Pray Steven says 49 super sticker. Appreciate it. Let me put my Cash App up so y'all send that stuff direct. You know what I'm saying? Because it is something. Extended Knowledge says I am getting camera ready. Well, go ahead then with your bad self. Get camera ready. Ray-Ban, I'm just going to tell you what Ray-Ban was saying. He said MK Ultra had a massive impact that we can see in today's society. Absolutely.
Facts.
So we're going to go with that.
Pure facts.
Yeah. Extended Knowledge. Your camera, I see something. I just don't see a face. Maybe you want to turn it a little bit. Or we're getting closer. I see a shadow like Transformers. Okay. But they're getting camera ready and everything else. Sandra said, I'll see you there. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all come. And I'm doing a book signing there too. So I'll be doing a book signing at the event as well. So make sure y'all come. We can definitely do that in pretty much. All right. So, all right. What I'm going to do, Tim, I'm going to put you back in the audience.
Yes, sir.
When we get to the next segment, if y'all have something to say, y'all hop back in. You got the link. All right.
Yep. Okay.
All right, brother. Okay. Extended Knowledge. You ready? Or is that not ready? Or are you getting ready? All right. So let me I'm going to put a banner up. No, I'm going to put it up on the screen. Hang on. Y'all could, let me find this little button. There you go. All right. So at the top up there, if you see, there is a Cash App. If y'all want a happy birthday, if $1 from everybody and 55 people send $1, that'll be cute, right? It could be cute. It'll be whatever. But anyway, it is up there. And you all could see that as well. All right, so let's keep going, and we're going to continue to talk about what we're talking about here, and we're talking about the radio stations first. This is where we are right now, and we're talking about the subliminal programming. And I don't think people know. Let me see what we got here. Extended knowledge. I see you. I'm going to see what we're doing here. All right. All right. Extended knowledge. You on stage. So where's turn this camera on? Let's see. And she got out of there. Okay. All right. So there we go. If anyone y'all gonna join us, y'all can pretty much. Hey, I'm so sorry. I figure if people can see me, I would like to see who I'm talking to. That is just, things there. And oftentimes because most of you, I'm just saying, you already have your anonymity behind your username. So I don't even know your name. So you know my name. You can Google me and you'll see anything in the world that you need to see. All right. So we got her. She's ready now. Are you ready? You wave when you're ready. And then I will. Okay. She's waving now. All right. You might want to lift the camera up just a little bit. Look, I'm giving her adjustments now. Yeah. Just point. Yeah. There you go. All right. We got you. Boom. There you are. So how are you today?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Welcome to the live tonight. And we have been talking about Facebook. We've been talking about I'm getting into the radio stuff. And so tell us a little bit, first of all, what do you think about some of these conversations? Let's go there.
So I love conversations like this. This is right up my street. And I think it's about time that we start having these conversations as normality. So, yeah. And I've been watching you you started, I think about last year, the year before. You used to be on Clubhouse as well. So.
Okay. Are you subscribed to my channel as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Because a lot of people are not subscribed to them both. So it's again, when I do these shows, I don't ever expect a lot of people to be in, especially when I put the title or stuff like You Wake or put a thumbnail with, zombies or mind control or something, because most people get offended because they think that's just not something they want to hear. And those are the very people who are affected by that. And it's a testament. So like next week, I'm going to put a topic. I guarantee you we're going to have about 800-900 people watching this live next week.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So it's all structured, for that reason there. But either way, where are you from? You got an accent. So
I'm from the UK.
Oh, okay. Yeah, putting
So
all that.
I was actually lying in my bed and I was listening to you. And I thought, let me come and say hello.
Okay, well, good. All right. Well, thank you very much. You say you have your magic candles up, right? So you have candles or something?
Yeah, so I'm quite spiritual. I do readings, I make candles, I channel as well. So,
okay. Well, what I'm going to do real quickly in 10 seconds, give out where they can find you real quick, and then I'll bring up the next person.
Okay, so you can find me on Extended Knowledge Magic Candles at TikTok, or Extended Knowledge Social Justice on TikTok also. And it's the same on Instagram and anywhere else that you want to find me.
All right. Well, thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. Been following because the magic was when you say you've been watching me. Okay, so now we're going to give you a good promotion there. So y'all make sure y'all go and do all that. So thank you for coming up. Okay.
Thank you. No problem. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh, my buddy, what's going on?
I'm good. I got on my PJs, right?
See, I'm not wearing my luminous hat today. I should be. That's for sure.
I got it on.
You got it on. Yes, you do. How you
been? Here. It's slow, but I'm doing okay.
All right. No. Thank you very much, and thank you for all the birthday and the friendships and all that stuff. So I really appreciate you there as well. Yeah. So.
Yep. I got you.
It's all good. So what do you think first? You're a conversationist. So what do you think about this programming? Well, I'm trying to be a little light what I'm saying when it comes down to Facebook or radio station. I'll talk about the nightly news next. But what are your thoughts on that when you think about all these radio stations? They play a strict playlist, which we know who's promoting it. But they do have these scripts and all. I think all this is designed by the corporate and government entities to keep us programmed a certain way. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, kind of knowing what I know about the music business, we discussed that with Dr. B, in the first at the first forbidden knowledge thing, I think. But yeah, the beats and stuff that they do now, the frequencies, we already know is fixed, you know.
Right.
And we know that they pay people off at the radio stations.
Absolutely.
It's fixed for certain people to be promoted. Those frequencies, man, if you're really in tune, you can feel that. Like, something isn't right. I don't know. It's a good beat, but I don't know. You know, you can feel those odd frequencies. And Dr. B said he got out of it because of that stuff. So it's just not right. And I think the news, same thing, is fixed. I know some things myself where they were saying stuff and I knew it wasn't true. That's when I was like, I'm turning the news off because it's not truthful. And at night, oh my God, why would they give us news at night? Bad news. And then we got to lay down to that stuff, wake up to it. It's 24/7. I don't like that. So I just don't really watch the news. I'll read stuff, I'll hear stuff, look it up, but I don't like watching all that stuff because it's not truthful. So.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, the more deeper I get into the monarch programming, the all of these different things, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Then you start looking how controlled this whole thing is, and it's very difficult to evade it because it's everywhere. You just got to begin to understand certain messages when you see them, how they're presented to you, and ultimately the effect that it's going to have. And I don't think people are paying close attention to that when it comes down to this, and whether it's us being entertained by whether it's athletes or different, going back to the Roman days of how they kept the people entertained while the Senate was doing other things, behind the scenes. So I think a lot of this is pretty much from there, that it's all intentional. And it is a deep conversation. And I've been really trying to think about, do I want to talk to the audience and show them and share some stuff I'll put in our private area, but that we can talk about. But it's almost like they have fixed it so that if you go down that rabbit hole of telling people what is happening, people turn it off. They won't even listen to you telling them what is going on, because it's like too much in our face to say, and nobody's saying, you too. I'm saying it happens to all of us, right? And I think people take it literally that they do not want to know. Yeah,
definitely. It's like the Matrix, everybody has a decision like, am I going to listen to this? And also you talked about like Facebook and stuff. I signed out of X, deleted that. I am like 5 seconds off of getting out of Facebook, and I won't have any other social media. It's because we already talked about how they record you. What were you talking? You were talking about something, and it showed up like the next day.
Yeah, I think it's. And first of all, let me give a shout out to. Let's see. Someone sent me. Breon. Okay, so thank you for the cash app for my birthday. And Rhonda as well. Right. So we're the two people there, and so I want to thank y'all for doing that. All right, I'm gonna put a link into the chat. We got an audio Rob. Let me bring him up real quick.
And okay, bye everybody.
All right, Judith, appreciate you. Okay.
All right. Talk to you soon. Bye. How do I get out of here? Oh,
I got you. I got you. I got a big remove button. It's big right here. I can click it. But I'm gonna do it slowly because you're my friend. So I warn you. I'm about to click the big remove button. Okay. And then when I click it, it has a big kick out studio, like really big.
Don't kick me out. Don't kick me out.
I'm just letting you know I'm doing it with love, and you know what I'm saying? So, but I got to go through the same sequence, though.
Okay, I'm going to leave. I found the button. Okay, bye, y'all.
Okay, all right, bye-bye. She going to leave. She got the button. All right. So my guy with Wide Open Woke podcast. So we're talking, you know, again, we're going to stay on conversation,
right?
Because I know you have a show, so you will take it wherever because you got your sugar.
I'm staying with you, right?
All right, so you're going to stay with me. All right, so we're going to talk about the radio because I feel that subliminal stuff that's happening when people hear, you know, because when you do hear them playing the same handful of songs and talking points, and it's not on one station, it's on all of them, you know, if the genre mates.
Yep.
Now, we could say that some of these people are paying them to put their songs up front. But when it comes down to this program and stuff, and it's not about ads or anything, it's about shaping public perception, enforcing everything in these hidden agendas. What do you think about that? And why is it going so far unnoticed that people really just don't know it?
Well, first of all, radio was before television. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the first programming right there. The radio was the first start on the programming. So it started way back then. It started way back then with as far as the programming part of it. Now with the ads and stuff that's coming out now, they had a couple of ads on there. I was programming the people to do certain things. Like remember that ad they had you out? Oh, you better go out and vote. If you don't vote, your voter score will be low. So they let you know that if you voted, that they're going to at one point tie this voter score into your financial situation. So why do they want to know if you voted? And then by them keeping track of this, so they can go back and if you haven't voted, they can go back and say, okay, then you're not going to get this loan because you didn't vote. Your voter score.
So you think it's more programming that somebody is being programmed out of fear to do an action?
Yes, it's more program out of fear. Program out of fear and program for us out of fear to do things that will keep them informed about us, about our whereabouts and what we liking and what we're, into. They keep us to that point. But yeah, it's that fear is a big thing right there, because the fear is the number one cause for all this. People in doubt, they don't know what's about to come about.
See, I think people don't also pay attention to when they do those emergency alert and new flashes, and they use those panic tones and repetition.
That's
And
another thing.
Yeah, and it's like that thing is programming, triggering.
Every time they do that.
Yep.
I put in my earplugs.
Yeah,
every time they do that.
Yeah, and people don't understand that they know this. They know the triggers. They know what's happening. And I'm not telling everybody to say, okay, just put all your radio stuff down. No. It's everywhere. The deeper we go, the deeper we realize it's everywhere. They're doing it everywhere. My thing is, and this is gonna, rub a few people in here. And we're going this direction in our uncensored areas, especially if you own businesses or whatever. It's time for us to take that same knowledge and apply it to our business. Now, I'm not saying you have a nefarious intent, but man, if there's 5 billion or billion people programmed to buy blue apples and you want to get into the blue apple business, you better find the cheat code.
Yep.
You're right. Find the cheat code and use it and take your family and generations and blessings to the next level. You didn't do nothing wrong. This is already there. You just found the cheat code. So we're talking about symbolism. We talk about that, where, like I got my triangles and sacred stuff for protection and all this, but people don't understand that these companies, this radio, Facebook, all these people are triggering things for people to do, and people think it's just not happening. And it is happening.
It is happening
every moment. It
subconsciously.
Yeah. So someone says they got us to, they're trying to find the lost child. Yeah. All right. So let me put the link in the description, and I'll keep going. And Rob, you can kind of tie into what I'm about to say. So hang on a minute. One of the things that I was just getting ready to say was that, there's evidence that these music ads, these news cycles are meticulously placed in, because when you start thinking about it, you're hearing these things over and over, and they got a lot of stuff they can play. But when they decide to start playing certain music or certain things or certain news cycles, they're rotating this constantly throughout the day.
On repeat.
On repeat. And they have millions of options that they can use. But somehow they say, okay, this here, we need to play this, or we need to do this, or especially jingles. Everybody's caught up in a jingle.
Mm.
And there are some jingles out there that'll make you do some stuff that you don't even like. And I go all the way back to when I was young, you know, and we would go to the store and my mom would be like, oh, what do y'all want? And then I'll sit there and go, my baloney has a first name, P-O-L. And I still can't even spell it now. But I knew the tune, the jingle was enough for her to understand,
Right.
go get us some Oscar Mayer, you know, and I heard that on the radio and TV. You know what I'm saying? And sitting in front of it and programming me not to like baloney, but but it's my baloney. It's got a first name now, you know?
Right. But they took that all to the next level too, right? I remember now when they went from that radio, they went to doing the whole show and into a commercial and doing the whole programming through the commercial, the music, the background, the whole flow. That was a big section of programming that they put together in a movie type style, real quick for like 30 seconds or a minute.
Well, I mean, and I think they do it. And I think everybody think, even when they listen to the top hits, they think that is just, you know, oh, because it's popular. No, this got a lot of programming. They know you're listening to it. And the same thing for political narratives. It's all programming. And once again, I have no solution to tell everybody, you know, you can cover your ears up, but then your eyes is going to see the ancient subconscious stuff that's everywhere. You know, it's like hear no evil, say no evil, in all of it. So you just got to now begin to be aware of it. And then it take you to the next level to do that. And like Donald just said, it happens subconsciously. 98% of humans are unconsciously aware. That is it. And it's something that I think we need to look deeper into. But what Donald just said, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. And this is where I'm going with this now. He says it's happening subconsciously, and 98% of humans are unconsciously aware of it. Let's take what he just said within real reason. If 98% of people is unconsciously unaware, and you get the cheat code to that system, because I have it now, and you begin to apply it generationally. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Because now it's warfare now. It ain't what we think. It's no more playing anymore. Because you can also take the wealth of the wicked and do something with it, because they're programmed too. And maybe you can have discernment on whose money you're going to take, because it'd be so much coming. You'd be like, I don't want that one. I want y'all money, because I'm going to take it and do something positive or whatever. But you got to know what they're doing in order to do it.
Didn't they say that money was laid up for the righteous? That wicked money.
Well, that's about as far as I go to church. But yes.
They laid up for the righteous, but the righteous, were they really the ones righteous?
Well, you don't know that, right?
You don't know that. Right.
Because as I go deeper now, I'm understanding the alchemy of the balance of life. And now I get why these rich billionaires who do so much bad, but they also do a lot of philanthropy, because for every bad deed you do a good deed. That is the universal law. And I don't think people really explore that. Yeah,
right, that way,
pretty much. And they're doing it. I think the radio stations is a subconscious warfare, and they will create stuff. And if anybody is here to be honest, you know, they can play some and you'll crave the product, especially after you hear about 10 times. You are now programmed to go find and buy whatever it is they're programming.
Right.
Your kids are notoriously being programmed. If you go around every day and you're allowing them to listen to the radio, you're not raising them. They are raising our kids.
Yeah, the radio is raising them. Did you ever
The
go
ra-
back into the 1930 thing with the Orson Welles, with the radio program with War of the Worlds? They had everybody scared.
Yeah, that was just the first thing. It was just a radio play, and they heard everybody thought the world was going to
People
end.
jump off of buildings and everything.
Yeah. So it is stuff that you have to truly understand. And like I said, I am promoting to tell you people that, yeah, we do have a private, uncensored area where we go and we talk. And we every Thursday we have a live stream, and we talk about some stuff that you're not going to hear live, you're not going to hear out there. Yeah, it is an asset, but I guarantee you get more value with it over this year that as I'm planning than you would Netflix and all those things. So join our membership and see us Thursday behind the scenes every Thursday, including this Thursday, and pretty much. Lily said maybe they got addicted to the power that money could buy. Yeah, that's true. They want you to buy. Yeah, and it's there. And I think once again that people don't really understand, but I think we need to go on the offensive and begin to learn those things and pretty much from there. Okay, so Rob, real quickly in 10 seconds, let them know about your podcast, and then we'll put you back in the audience.
WhytheBigSecret podcast with Audi Rob. Y'all come check me out. I'm trying to do more posts, like at least 2 or 3 times out the week. I do have a busy job schedule, but I'm trying to release that job. I know it's bringing me income, but I'm coming into, like I talked with you earlier about coming into being a healer. That's something that I want to get into. But yeah, my podcast, we talk on all subjects from UFOs to aliens to what's going on in society today, and try to make everybody aware. I want everybody out here to wake up to know that we are living in a matrix for real.
Absolutely.
For real.
All right, brother. I appreciate it. And we're going to get ready to get into our third and final segment.
All right.
And then if you got something to say, hop back. All right, later.
Thanks, Rob.
Okay. All right. That is my guy with Wide Open and Woke podcast. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his channel and all of that stuff, because he is stamped by us as a trusted source for you. So we can definitely do that. Carol says, Rod, what's the handle? Make sure you put it in the chat so people can see it in that platform. And if you haven't subscribed to my personal channel, make sure you go ahead and do that, which is YouTube right there. And we're trying to get 25,000 subscribers. And if you haven't done that, you can go now in there and subscribe, go there and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we're just kind of doing a few things today and pretty much from there. Yesterday was my birthday, of course. And being 55 from there is an important thing there. So we would go there. All right. So let's go back and we would keep going. There you go. I'm ready for the fight, as I believe we won spiritually. Yes, that would be good. Righteousness is broken down to a system. Have us so right then and pay attention to blasphemy. Yep. And then we have, so extended knowledge. So I'm ready for the fight, as I believe we won spiritually already. It's just for us to rise. Yeah, I agree with you that there's a lot of scenarios out there. But what they normally do, though, and we'll get into the last and final segment. And before I do that, if you have not voted for the Conscious Awards, or you coming to the Conscious Awards, I'm up for award for author. I'm in that category. As you know, I won the podcast of the year last year. So this year, there you go. It's on the screen. Make sure you vote for me. Definitely. And the new book is coming out is The Unspeakable Truth. You can go. There's a link in the description that'll take you to Forbidden Knowledge shop. Billy Carson wrote the foreword on the book. And as you now aware, Forbidden Knowledge is the publisher. So definitely we want it to be a bestseller. And so go ahead and make sure you guys pre-order your copy. Next week, I'm going to be putting up, okay, so Geraldo says, here's a super sticker. Appreciate it. Now I do have a cash out for y'all to send direct, because YouTube is going to get over a lot of that percentage. I'm just letting you know. But I appreciate it, though. I'm not complaining. So just let you know, YouTube has said thank you. It's their birthday every day, too. But if you go Cash App direct, you can do that. But I'll try to put it on the screen here and see if that works. Why are we in this part of, let me go back to mine. There we go. There we go. Right there. All right. So the screen is happening. All right. But yeah, appreciate the super sticker, Geraldo. Thank you very much. All right. So again, my birthday again was yesterday. So I was 55. I'm going to be like doing this all week. But listen, here's where we're going to go to our final segment tonight. I'm going to talk about every night around 9 and 10 o'clock. And then there's a reason that I've been doing this quite some time, that sometimes I elect to make sure all my shows start at 8. I'd rather have people not focusing on that news crap, and then we can spit some knowledge or have some fun. Tina said, and it was also Tina's birthday. When, today or yesterday? Tina, happy birthday to you. Uncle Elon said he haven't called alive in a long time. Appreciate it. So when you start thinking about the major news networks, there is a pattern that they use. They also use the same words. They're using what I call word magic. They push the same narratives. And this isn't just news. It's the final transmission before you go to sleep. They know you're going to listen to the early news in the morning. You're going to be programmed when you wake up. You're going to be programmed when you're driving to work. You're going to be programmed while you're at work. They're going to program the family through Facebook, news, whatever, all it, as we coming home for dinner. Now we're sitting there eating dinner, and every kid is on their phones. Nobody's talking to each other, not one bit. And then right before you go to bed, they set in the hook of the programming, and it's all 24/7, 12, 365 plus OT. And they're running the system flawlessly. And we all have been subject to it. I am no different than you. I'm not sitting here saying not me. Only thing that I can say now is that I can recognize it, and I laugh at it when I see little things that they're doing. And I'll be like, oh, no, y'all didn't, and you just, and so it doesn't trigger a response that they're trying to get me to do that they might have gotten me done a long time ago. And this is where we are. When you start looking at this world and you start thinking about where we are in this world, it is more than what meets the eye anymore. All of this stuff. And I think if we begin to wake up to it, there will be a huge disappointment in how some people see what is going on in this world. It's unavoidable. That's one thing I can tell you. However, you can combat it through your meditation, through your grounding, through all the things that you're going to be doing to disassociate yourself from what is happening. It's very important that we understand that important note, disassociative, disassociate ourselves from those things. And it's just really the thing that we need to look at. But now I'm putting together a group of people, and I'm saying it again. Our group is growing, especially the hidden knowledge, the secret area that we're doing. It's like our access. You got to learn the stuff that they're doing. And I'm not saying that it's bad. So let me give you a quick understanding before we go into this last part. Think of a superhero or a person with superpowers so that you can comprehend where I'm going with this. Superpowers could be given to the villain or the hero. Both of them have superpowers. They both were innocent people at first, and one turned evil, and the other one said, I want to save humanity. It's all your choice. You can take the same structure, the same information. You can use it for good or you can use it for bad. That is your choice. But we need to do something with this information that we're starting to expose and go deeper with. For secret alchemy, for symbolism, for these programming, pre-programmed. And it's not going against the will. If they already spent generations programming people, we just need to know the cheat code. And now you can unprogram some folks, but you also can start your family legacy by understanding what is already in front of us and using it for whatever the right reasons you want to. That all is where I'm going with this nowadays, because enough is enough. We can't beat the battle right now. Yeah, we're waking up. Yeah, we're more conscious to what they're doing, but they are very embedded deeply. These elites, these puppet masters, they're very embedded deeply. They got their claws in it very deep, and the grip is very tight, you know, on society, on what's happening. And if you think I'm lying, any of you take a pencil, a piece of paper, and all of these things. Take a pencil and piece of paper and just ask yourself, just right now, be honest with yourself. If you got children, how many of you got kids in here? If you got children, be totally honest with what I'm about to just throw out here about this programming. If you got children and you wake up in the morning, get them ready for school at 8, 7 o'clock, 6:30, whatever, 6 a.m., rooster crowing, you know you got to go off to work. So you just spent 1 hour with your child. And this is a rush format. They got to get dressed, brush their teeth, get to dinner, get breakfast, get dressed, get out to the bus stop, wherever you're trying to get them to go. And by the time they walk out the door, I love you, if you're there for that. That is basically less than an hour when the day started for the kid. They go off to school. Okay. They go off to school and they are there. You hear me? Right? So they go off to school and they're there 8 to 9 hours under someone else's rule. We already know the educational system is ran by the Rockefeller Foundation based upon what they think our kids need to know. The hand that rocks the cradle. They're feeding the children and they're going through a system. The bells is telling them when to move to the next thing. It's a trained system. By the time 3 or 4 o'clock comes, the kids are coming back home. You're still at work because this is how society is beating us down. And then maybe they're on a computer. Maybe they're playing a video game. Maybe they're on their phones. By the time you get home from working, 6 p.m., maybe 7 p.m., you have now get ready to spend another hour or so while they're, the first they got to do the homework. Hopefully they get it done. And now you have an hour or so that you're now spent with this children. That's 2 hours out of a 24-hour period. And most of us want them in bed by 9 so that we can move on and get some rest, not from our kids, but from the hard day of work. And you want to tell me, if you think any of you, I'm not saying for those of you who say you work from home and all that, I'm talking about the majority. But if you then look at where I'm going with this, that is 3 hours maybe on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So maybe 15 hours out of 50, 80 hours or 40, 50 hour, 80 hour work or living, whatever, that we have now. And then when Saturday comes, if the kids are active, they're spending time with someone else teaching them, the coach, or maybe they're out at the whatever team. And then Sunday, we take them to church and someone else is teaching them. Not you, not us. So they're getting programmed by different people at all stages of their lives. And we wonder why we lose some of them to this world of programming. I don't know the total solution because we're not going to, if you're in a 2-parent household, say, now one of us needs to stay at home and guide our kids because we want a certain lifestyle. Maybe I don't know. But I'm just saying that if you add it up, what I'm saying to you, there should be nobody saying, Roderick, you're wrong about that. You get what I'm saying? There shouldn't be anyone saying that. Rollins says, I don't have no kids, but my goal is definitely to homeschool my kids. That's cool. And I'm sure, Rollins, when you do have some kids and you make some kids, you know, their father, all of you are going to be enlightened and all that good stuff, wearing hats like this and stuff. So, but I'm just saying to you all that this is real. This is real stuff that I'm saying to you. And you can't escape it. You just got to evolve with it. You got to maybe do some things because that umbrella is tight. And all along where they got us over here, disconnected from our children, disconnected from our spouses. You know, I'm a man, I'm not married, but you know, there used to be this thing, happy wife, happy life. No, it's happy spouse, happy house. But we can't get that done these days because everybody's so freaking busy. There was a commercial that came on where they showed this family. And they all were sitting in the living room and they all had phones. And the daddy said, hey, what do y'all want for dinner? This is what he said. But it didn't come out of his mouth. It was a group text. He on the couch, he sends a text to everybody, the kids and everybody. And all of a sudden, the kids text back, oh, I want this. Nobody's speaking. They're all on the couch. They're texting back and forth instead of just getting down to the phone and saying, Dad, I want pizza. It is that serious. Some of us doing it right now. We do it right now, and it's that serious. So when we think about breaking news and how it, you know, events and how they always reinforce fear. Breaking news is only for fear. You ain't never seen a breaking news. It's breaking news. Someone just got married. Oh, breaking news. Somebody just got straight A's. That's not breaking news. It's not breaking news. It's always to reinforce fear. Now, again, I can lose some of you and tell you there's above the puppet masters, which is above the obedience code that we're talking about right now, and those grand architects, and then those deities and stuff that's above them. You know, I don't play around. Now that I go deeper, I got my protection beads on. I got my little negative energy stuff. I'm beaded up today. I got this for my birthday. Somebody gave me this yesterday. How cute. Okay, so I got some, and then of course, someone made these and this. Yeah. So I'm telling you that this is real deal. How do we need to do it? I don't know. I think that's where we would come together and begin the process of how can we break this information code and send something else down the pipeline. Or listen to me closely. You can do what they do. See, they make enough money using the system and they take their kids out of the system. You get what I'm saying? Some of them they're not their kids go to the schools our kids go to, or they may two-parent household, and then somebody is teaching the children, or they got enough time off that they can spend time with the kids at a certain time of day, or maybe they're working from home, maybe they're homeschooling, who knows? But at some point, it's got to be a partnership that's going to be doing this that will cut down this programming. And Lily, is it Lily? She says, yeah, the games are pretty addictive. She says, hurt me with the truth, but don't confront me with the lie. I'm with you on that 100%. I'm 100%. So I don't know if y'all think that where I'm going with this is kind of outlandish, if I want to pronounce that properly. But what I'm saying to you is we got to get on the offensive. So if you want to learn the Monarch programming, because they let me tell you something. They use this same stuff that I'm going to teach you eventually to program the celebrities who are making billions of dollars for a reason. Not because some of them are intelligent, some of them are not intelligent. They are in position for a reason. And then there's people underneath that are doing this. So we got to break the obedience code some kind of way. You get what I'm saying? But it's hard for people to get it. But I guarantee you, the people who are around my insiders group that we're doing on Thursday nights, as we get better at it, I will put them against a whole lot of real world things in a year from now. And a lot of them are going to laugh at some of this stuff. I can't say they're going to be wealthy. I'm not pushing no money deal. I'm saying the mind, okay? Because when you hear me talk about truth versus authority, truth is the authority, period. And sometimes we think authority is truth. And there was a time that I equated authority with individuals. There was a time when my truth versus authority was with individuals. It was with individual, maybe it was a bad pastor, a bad leader. Then I realized authority is the mind, because that's what plays the tricks on us. That's what's controlling us. If you can control the mind, you can do that. I watched Jimmy Johnson, the old football coach, say some things that I didn't get it until now I get it. Well, it took a minute and I heard it, but the next day I was like, He had players, they was working, and he kept saying, hey, he saw they was tired. He says, no, let the mind control the body, not the body control the mind. And that is probably a good theory in what is happening. And they know this, that they can control our body by controlling our minds. They can do that. And they're doing it. They can do it right across the back. And I'm just saying to you 100%. The rabbit hole is deep, does he say? And they will just reset us. Yeah. Well, they're going to always change the rules of the game. They're going to always do that. They're going to always change the rules of the game. Or let me make sure I bag up. The game will never go away. They're going to always change the rules. You just have to adapt to the rules. And by adapting to the rules, it's about being open-minded for change of knowledge. And that's where a lot of people go wrong, because one of the most scariest parts is people within here. All right, so let me see this here. Boom, boom, boom. For a personal note, she said, here is 99 cents plus a penny. Thank you so much for that. I'm just messing with y'all, but thank you so much. Let's see what we got. Boom. Okay, it said a dollar personal note. All right, well, let me do that. Y'all give Miss Hill. Roderick, I named you 55. Okay, I'll take it. I tell you what, I just sure knew that I do enough good work that this community would have 55 people would have sent $1. One person would have sent 55. Somebody CASHAPP wise, right? But I know the other people did the super chat, so thank you for that. But I would tell you, my family on the truth versus authority side, they showed out. Boy, I'm only here 1 day a week, but I'm over there 4 days, and they showed out. And I'm getting ready to up the game all day long, baby, all day long. So I want to thank y'all. If you over here watching from over there, and then if you're going to be over here coming over there, then that's cool. But my family showed out with the love and pouring all for the last week or two. Is just, I am truly blessed with people that I serve. And I want to thank each and every one. And you just being here is enough too. So it's not about the monetary side. Of course, I love it, but yeah, but it's not about that. It's your time. And we can do that. And again, I thank everyone. All right. So what we're going to do is I was going to continue, but I'm going to get ready to get out of here because we kind of got a little off a little bit, than what I want. I didn't really go hard tonight on purpose, really, because I had a long weekend, just tired, everything else. No, don't worry about it. Your time is precious, K. John. It's cool. It's cool. But I will tell you this, that's going to change for you, and just that's going to change for you. Just keep plugging in. Come make sure you over to the other channel too. Make sure y'all subscribe here too. It's going to change for you. It's definitely going to change for you. And if you have not subscribed to my personal channel, there's a link in the description. You click it, it'll take you right to the subscribe part and everything else. You have not pre-ordered the book. Those who pre-ordered the book, I'm going to give, pretty soon, I will give y'all my email address. And then I have a special shirt that I made for that book that I will send out to you absolutely free of the shirt. You just help pay for the shipping, which is $4 or $5, $6. And I'm going to send you a collective item t-shirt for me as a thank you. You'll just send me your receipt that you bought the book. So, and everything else. All right. So with that being said, if there's any other questions, Andrew said, I just subscribed. Okay. So y'all good. Y'all supporting Rob's podcast. Cool. I want a copy of the book. Yeah, if you want a copy of the book, there's a link in the description, or you can go to the unspeakabletruth.com, and that'll send you over to Forbidden Knowledge Shop, or there's a place down there in the description here. And then we're doing a pre-order right now so we can be a bestseller. So make sure y'all decide to do a pre-order for the book, and we can do that. The blue looks good on you. Thank you very much. I like the color. Yeah, soon to be. Is it the Why the Big Secret? No, this one is on Forbidden Knowledge. Billy, Forbidden Knowledge is my publisher. This is a hardcover. A book that you will get out physically. I'm gonna actually do a book signing at the Conscious Awards. Everything else. So we're going to be doing it. Arizona said, "Thank you, brother. We need more data like this." Yeah, again, like I say, usually the shows here, we'll have 500 or 600 people. It just depends on the titles and how we're doing it. Andrew said, I'm going to buy the book now. Please, if you order it, and if you get my email address, which is contact@whythebigsecret.com, or let me put this up on screen so y'all can screenshot this. Hold on. All right, so here is my personal 800 number that comes to me. Screenshot that, just take a screenshot on your mobiles or whatever. This is where if you want to report some strange stuff, some Illuminati stuff, if you out driving, you want to take a picture of some symbolism, especially if you're seeing a reptilian stuff out there, monuments or all that, send that. If you, again, if you screenshot your receipt, make sure you put your number in there and your name. I'll call you back, get your address so I can send you a custom shirt for buying the pre-order book. But screenshot that. If UFO talk, conversation, secrets, whatever, you got some secrets that we can use as a community, some special knowledge. And I'm not talking vague knowledge. I'm saying actionable knowledge that people can do 5 minutes later and come up, or begin to engage, not about seeing the light or whatever. I'm talking is now for us to use tactics. It is tactic time. And that's where we are. If you got some tactic that somebody can use, maybe it's about credit, maybe it's about, if it's some tactic, oh, you do this, you're going to see this. You get what I'm saying? Or you do this, and we want some actionable tactics that we can use. And maybe it's something that you might just want to share for humanity. You undiscovered, you got the knowledge, you're using it. Your financial world is better, or your mental world. Okay. But if you want to share, that'll be something we would do. Andrew said, I'm going to buy the book now. Appreciate it. Yeah, go to the subscription. And then when you do buy it, you know, my email address is contact@whythebigsecret.com, or the 800 number I just put up, and let me know. What is it, Andrew? What's the question mark for? I'm subscribed now. Oh, to Audio Rob. Okay. All right. So anyway, is it Lena V? Well, Lily. We'll just go Lily V, MESE, MSE. The Unspeakable Truth. Yeah, it's unspeakabletruth.com, www.unspeakabletruth.com, or there is a link in the description that'll take you over to Forbidden Knowledge Shop. It's on Forbidden Knowledge, and you can buy the book from there. Okay. And then if you do want the free shirt, that's going to have something real special on it, and the Unspeakable Truth, then you will send me a personal email or use that 800 number I just put out there, and then we will do that. Okay. All right. So is that it? Everybody good? We getting ready to go? Everybody cool? Like that or not? Make sure you share the information. Again, it'll get better for you next week. I'm going to pop some stuff on y'all next week and the rest of the week. I don't know about Kindle and all that stuff. That I don't know. You know, Forbidden Knowledge is the publisher, so I would have to get with them on that to kind of find out and see. K. John said again, 55. Thank you for being patient with us. No, I love you all. It's in Norwegian, it's Norwegian, like little, no, lit. I'm still fucked up on that one. Excuse my French. So. Forgive me. Charge it to the head, not the heart. I just sent you a photo. Where you send the photo, Sandra? To the 800 number? I'll have to look at it when we hang up. Let me know where you sent it to. Okay, 800 number. Okay, I'm going to log in and see if I see it here. Text. Well, I don't see anything. Hang on, let me go back. Yeah, I don't. If you send anything, I got some stuff from yesterday or today. Is it today? I don't see it, Sandra. I'm looking for it though. Yeah, I don't see it. If you did, if you sent to the 800 number, it'll allow you to send me some photos and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it yet, but it's 888-834-59121. Send a regular text first to it or something, and then I'll know. But right now, I don't see any new stuff on it. So we would do that. She said, "No, America does." Well, I'm gonna get it right one day. I will. I'll get it right. All right, the Herbal is in the house. It has a wonderful night, brother, in chat. All right. If you live in Dallas, make sure y'all hit the 800 number because we're going to be doing a meet and greet in Dallas. Now that the weather is cleaned up, maybe next 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to pick some spots and get out and meet and greet. So make sure you hit that 800 number there so we can put you in our WhatsApp group chat. So we're going to be doing that as well. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll be tomorrow on my channel at 8 o'clock. We're going to have some little reptilian talk. So make sure y'all if you want to hear some reptilian stuff, conversation, come over to my channel, 8 o'clock tomorrow, Roderick Martin, Truth versus Authority. Subscribe here to this channel. If you hadn't, then come over, subscribe to my channel. And y'all already hit Audio Rob's channel. Good night. I love each and every one of you. I really do. So we will go. Chelsea, let me give her a shout out before I go. We did not make 55, so but I would appreciate everybody who sent a contribution. According to the contributions altogether, I'm very young. Just a joke, but anyway, Chelsea, thank you for your contribution as well, all of you. I love each and every one of you too. So let's do it. All right, we're gonna go. Good night. Let me go to do here.
Why did Ruby shoot Oswald? Was there a conspiracy?
In a world shrouded in darkness and obscured by deception from the big secret keepers, a burning question ignites in the hearts and minds of truth seekers. Why? Let's dive into the abyss of the unknown. Challenge the limits of our understanding.
This bizarre sequence of double killings raised great questions. Who actually fired the shot that killed Kennedy?
Pierce the veil of secrecy.
Cattle found dead and the manner of their deaths are a real mystery.
Anyone who is concerned about lead in the drinking water in Flint.
And venture into the realm of conspiracies and extraterrestrial evidence.
A huge explosion now, raining debris on all of us. We better get out of the way.
Let us consider the question, why the big secret?